Imagine walking into a meeting room knowing it's your last week at a company. Maybe you felt relief because you're leaving a toxic environment, or sadness because you have to say goodbye to friends. But there's one final task, the exit interview. Why is it that these interviews sometimes feel like pulling back the curtain to reveal a horror show of issues we all thought were just in our heads? Right from the start, let's uncover this. People dread exit interviews because they dig up all those frustrating daily annoyances that were once kept under wraps. You've been holding back for months, maybe years, and now you're finally being asked for the truth. The problems, the stress, the sleepless nights, the mistakes that never seem to get fixed. It's like opening a Pandora's box of workplace woes. You see, so many of us wear a mask at work. We pretend everything's fine when we're imploding inside. The harsh reality is that the fears and frustrations we experience are not figments of our imagination. They are as real as the air we breathe. And exit interviews somehow have the power to strip away the layers, to reveal the unspoken truths about the workplaces that we endure every single day. It's liberating, but also terrifying to lay it all out there. You're afraid of burning bridges, yet desperate for someone to finally see what it's been like for you. That's the complex emotional dance you're performing. What if nothing changes after you tell your story? What if colleagues you care about continue struggling because no one listens or puts in the effort to change? But here's the kicker. Exit interviews could be the catalyst for transformative change if companies actually pay attention. The reality is, you have the insights and experiences that could turn a mediocre company into one that's inspiring and supportive. The real terror comes when your feedback goes unheard, unacknowledged. So how can we circumvent this nightmare scenario? First, let's flip the script. Let's make sure these exit interviews become tools of power rather than empty gestures. Anyone leaving a job should prepare to present their insights clearly and constructively. Write down specific examples of what went wrong, times management failed to lead, when communication broke down. But don't just leave behind a trail of complaints. Offer solutions. Be as precise as possible. Suggest actionable changes that could prevent future issues. And for companies, let's make it impossible to ignore. Exit interviews need to be genuine conversations. Management should approach them with open ears and open minds. It's not the time to defend or rationalize. It's a moment to absorb, reflect, and plan. Employers should treat these interviews as sacred feedback sources, transform raw emotions into strategies for better employee retention and satisfaction. Imagine this, a workplace where exit interviews instigate meaningful reflection and improvement. Isn't that the dream? The company grows stronger because it truly listens. It recruits better talent and keeps them longer because it evolves with each constructive criticism. The conversation must continue after the exit interview. This shouldn't be a final goodbye, but rather a parting gift, an opportunity for both parties to grow. Implement follow-ups and feedback loops. Transform this dialogue into a continuous improvement strategy. For employees, the courage it takes to be honest is also a tool you can use in your new venture. Take what you've learned and apply it. Seek out companies that value transparency and growth, ones that don't just hear, but listen. Ask them how they use exit interviews to inform their practices. Whether it's in job interviews or networking, your experiences and insights are valuable commodities that can steer your career to more fulfilling environments. Turning terrifying truths into powerful progress is within reach. It takes bold honesty, open minds, and above all, a commitment to act on what's discovered. Both employees and employers can redefine what exit interviews mean in the grand picture of work life. Let's not fear the truths they reveal. Instead, let them guide us to better workplaces, sharper business practices, and ultimately, happier careers. If we all approach this with intentionality and optimism, these once daunting events can become pivotal moments of transformation. Can you feel the possibility in that? The energy, the anticipation? Your experience is more than a narrative of the past. It's a map to a better future. Let's seize that potential together, one conversation at a time.